Hey guys, welcome back. So we're gonna go over psych soc. We don't really need to go much into the brief history of these guys, but I wouldn't memorize the names, but I would recognize the names, and you really just need to know that they really came up with the term of functionalism. These were like our first neuropsychologists. So next we're gonna go over the organization of the human nervous system. So your central nervous system is going to be your brain and your spinal cord. Your peripheral nervous system is going to be made up of both your your somatic and your automatic. And automatic response is like your fight or flight response. Your heart rate goes up, and you're ready to go. Hormones start releasing. Your parasympathetic nervous system is going to be rest and digest, right? So this is like your body's going to be calm. You're going to be sending blood down to less important organs, right? Rather, if you're in fight or flight, well, you're not going to be very hungry, right? Because everything's going to be going to your brain. You're going to want to go, go, go. But if you're in rest and digest, that, okay, now you can feel hunger and so on. Okay? So the organization of the brain, now this is pretty high yield stuff. So let's go into this. So you need to know your hindbrain is about balance and motor control. And it's made up of your cerebellum, your medulla, and your pons. Then you need to know your midbrain is pretty much your auditory and your visual stimuli. Your forebrain is it's gonna be a lot. Your emotion, memory, and cognition. And then this is definitely something we all need to know, right? Which it's gonna be made up of your thalamus, hypothalamus, limbic system, and then your cerebral cortex. So definitely know the order of this, right? You should definitely know everything that's included in those by heart. And then this is another really important thing that we need to know for the MCAT is hormones. So you need to know acetylcholine is going to be for muscles and attention. Dopamine is going to be movement and reward. Serotonin is going to control your mood and your sleep. So deals with inhibition. And then next we have our endorphins, which are just your pain relief stuff. And then we're going to talk about nature versus nurture, which we should all know by now is just what matters more, right? Where you grow up or your genetics. And then some other behavioral development stuff. So these are very important. Rooting, Morrow. So rooting is pretty much think of rooting as rotate. So rooting is it's the baby's reflex to rotate. Your motor reflex is going to be hands out, right? So when you're about to drop a baby, its hands come out. Your grasping reflex is like when you put your hand on a baby's hand, right? If you guys know, right, the baby will immediately start grabbing your hand. So that would be your grasping reflex. And then this one is going to be like when you put a feather on your toe, right? And how your toes kind of like go up. And that's going to be that reflex, okay? And then you need to know your gross and fine motor skills develop head to toe, okay? So core to periphery, okay? So this is going to be interesting to keep going with this. Not my strong suit, but guys, stay tuned.